been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to fellow friends of Boss Nefer. Plus, any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. Huh, what can I say? The great Lord Sangamabe is nothing. So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble? I've got everything you could possibly need. And the more you buy, the more you'll save.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient suit of armor dredged up from the bottom of the sea? At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about staying alive, it must be pretty serious.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures.
Your supply...
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, if you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here.
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that? Roll up...
Of course not! I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, no! This is for my personal use only!
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one.
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. See
you later! You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. So remember, don't be... Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Simple furnishings, table and chairs. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came from... Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Anyway.
Hi, River. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard good things about their menu. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's... P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin...
They didn't sign their name, but they must have been close.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about others. But if he invites me again,
The Lindis. That's the same name.
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just isn't the...
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be that would explain why they use so much stone in their building? They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep...
making a big purchase. He really is a professional. No, despite what he's become. Did Rary rip it out himself?
Before I met you, I was convinced that the burial place of a fallen moon, a withered, wind... It was you who helped me see that my heart...
This is just trivial sentimentality. The burial place of a fall.
Revere!
Dane! Oh, and, Vedaflin here? What a surprise to see you here, sir.
Hello there, Revere. You need not address me so formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every now and then, right? Well, so, what are we discussing today?
Hey, don't look at me.
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you?
Who'd have thought the great Twilight Sword was an even greater god?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago...
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you...
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and place.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story. Does the king himself...
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me.
Me? Same old, same old. Nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Ved?
It's nothing.
Vedaflin, Dainslift's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria, and yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have some... Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother? Or why did he react so strongly?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. Perfectly normal. No different. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's...
Felindis? You're back early?
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. Aw, why the long face? Is something the matter?
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good...
Vedaflin showed up today, too. You know.
Ah, Mr. Vedaflin. Yes,
He overheard Dainslift mention that...
So, you're worried? We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be concerned about us? I'm sure someone in his You worry too much, Revere. We've been...
So...
Like I said, I need...
All right. Nobodies. Can someone... whose gate, meanwhile, every idea the opposition tried to speak up. A man can have 1,000 reasons to care. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Thelindis? It's nothing. You were right. There's no reason we can't keep living happily.
See? You just need to stay positive. I can feel your warmth, your breath. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way.
You're right.
That's better. Getting caught up about things like this will
You go ahead. I just have a few things.
even busier than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started.
Relax. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really gonna leave my...
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd be coming with a dance partner. Besides, they're two completely different things.
All right. White out.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, who'd have thought we were... Let's dig a little deep.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Rehir of Solnari.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, the All Khaenri'ah, has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who
That's not entirely true. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day.
You still haven't told her what you really...
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked executioners? That your hands are steeped in blood?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, someone, it seems, has strong...
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years. And take care, Rehir of Solnari.
Thanks, Thorkel. Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to, but that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. The Moonlit Dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, with the sun shining high in the sky, could that be why Vedalfnir held back? Or was it because I have to get a clear answer from him.
Rerir seems to be very concerned. Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second.
So, he's late after all.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. But I'm afraid none of...
For someone so young?
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. You'll see. May we have a word in private?
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of our kind have fallen lately. Not long ago, the Rehir of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds.
Sorry, I don't know why you're...
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rerir. And he claimed...
What did you...
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a...
Why are you telling me...
Simple.
How strange. Rerir was nowhere to be seen. Rerir couldn't possibly know what happened. Why would her memories appear in his... The ceremony won't last much longer.
So that was your doing? Did you just...
Any more questions, and I'll...
I had no idea you could do that. I gotta admit, though, I'm itching to...
I'm just as curious as you are. But the ceremony only luckily we managed to learn quite...
So far, so good. Especially the group with the Traveler. Their mission...
If you're worried about them, go see how they...
If I know Boss, she's gonna...
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but that's never gonna work. If they spot us, they'll run straight back. Guess you're... Quick, hide! We almost got spotted. Phew, that was a close call. Watch out! He's coming this way! Keep going. We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle. Oh, there's no end to these things!
Fire.
Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no! There's a fire!
Sandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina. The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for its freedom comes at a heavy price.
It's Arlecchino!
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
It's been a while.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari. Ugh, whatever. I've got all the data I need. Next time we meet... he sure doesn't pull his punches.
Excuse me, do you need a hand?
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy? Wait a minute.
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father sent us over to help.
How considerate of her. Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my mission. Nearly every machine that Catgirl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her...
Then let's start downstairs. You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it your...
Take it easy.
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing.
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy us some time.
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent a...
I see. Then let's... But first, who do we have here? You brought someone else in to help?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I...
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a Tea Party buddy.
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nodkrai, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya...
Oh, the feeling's mutual.
A Fatui Harbor.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess...
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nodkrai belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of... Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. We have our own way of doing things here in Nodkrai. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with...
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina. Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over... But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth...
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda, time to share that top-secret...
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon?
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time...
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed. Hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced...
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the Rehir of Solnari to... In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was... What's the matter?
Certainly, Granddaughter. Flinders.
Interesting. Anything else?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerear's
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, the Lindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me, though.
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conrian... Oh yeah, just like how it was with the captain.
If we could somehow find her...
It's possible. But it would take a that merchant who never knows. Dory-san.
All right, then. Let's keep Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino. We'll go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild... At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger.
I'll head back to the curatorium and meet up...
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with. Given that the wild hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. I'll hold the fort for now, then discuss our next move with Flint's, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. Stay safe, everyone.
We're back. Did we get here?
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, everything going smoothly?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right... Oh, right! Inefa, could you fill in Uncle...
Sure. Uncle Varka. You previously told us about how when you went to investigate but according to Flint's intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt, that was before Rerear had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength.
Flint's. With everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Krai are rallying to fight back. I know. I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than And Efa and I will head back over to Amsfartnir to see if there's anything...
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal is a...
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's prediction.
What is that?
They were...
It's the obvious choice, isn't it?
We already decided that Anefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsfartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides...
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us? We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't...
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving...
Huh? Are you serious? As in, you're a
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken up, but the more I thought about it, the more When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply... Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too.
At first, I saw it only as a curse, together with my own investigations over the past few years. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon. It is a fusion of the You all understand the nature of the Abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return...
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made...
Yes. And that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far.
Whew.
Anyway, the rest of my story can...
Paimon has a question! So, the Crimson Moon that the Karians used to worship was actually the iridescent moon, right? Which was one of the three moon systems. Does that mean that the Karians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the Abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead...
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar, and when I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my...
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other question... I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself...
That's right. For now, the iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started?
When I first became a Harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Parenheri, also known as Leobranto Inamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era. But in the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from...
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real?
The Crimson Moon Sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted the adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them the book leaves much unsaid.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. And there's no fireplace here! Do you see a chimney anywhere?
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two walls. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of... In short, I can open a passage to... The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open. Very well. Then I'll open...
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you... Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voice...
Got it! I sense a sinister gloom inside. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend.
Take it easy.
Why are you? You have crossed over from another world, transcended fate itself. I have no right to.
Hey! Look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body. Seized. Careful! There's something spooky about the... Paimon's right behind it. By the way, Almina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole, Paimon. How is that possible?
Busted!
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Gotcha.
That will leave a scar. Cleanup sequence initiated. Ultimatum protocol.
Busted. Quietly now.
Huh? Huh? For real? No. I'm not sensing it's coming from under the mountain. Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow. Wait, see that? Looks like a mecha... Looks like a device from the time of Karia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues. Hey, look at that! Do you think these mechanisms might be the...
Felindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands.
I hope this isn't ruining date night. Ugh. Mind your own business.
Felindis? Is that Rear's girlfriend? Oh, yeah. The Abyss has made this space extremely unstable. Maybe that's why some of the things she said...
Whenever I see this view, waning moon. Oh, lifeless damp. For me, of all people.
Gotcha. Quietly now.
Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
Insulation chamber deployed. Preparing for dust-up. Accelerating.
I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the three moons, it really does exist. With the Abyss inhibitors in oh, Revier. With every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not. If only I could get my hands up.
Hey look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Olympus's voice mentioned a chamber where—
It must be. For within it...
And there's no time to lose! These things are so creepy! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow! That must be the iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, but we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
Accelerating.
Things are about to get dicey. Busted. Gotcha.